In our birth chart, Lilith represents the part of us that we feel the most ashamed of, or the traits that we feel most ashamed of. But not only is Lilith the part of us we feel shame around, but it's also the place we hold some of our greatest talents and powers. So in this video, I'm explaining everything that you need to know about having your Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Aquarius in your birth chart so that you can discover what you are ashamed of and what is your greatest power. Hello and welcome back to the Be the Hero channel. My name is Isabelle and I help you understand who you are using personality typing and astrology. I was the person who really felt lost in life and constantly confused because I lacked a sense of identity and I didn't know what my desires were. Then I discovered the Myers-Briggs, the Enneagram, my birth chart, and so much more. And for the first time in my life, I knew who I was and I knew what I wanted. So now I'm here to teach you these things so you can understand yourself too and enjoy the process. Now, before I dive into what it means to have your Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Aquarius, hit the link in the description below to get your very own My Horoscope Made Me Do It hoodie. These hoodies are insanely comfortable and just let the world know that you love astrology. Yes, we are crazy. We astrology girls are insane, but not only for girls, but for guys as well. So if you love astrology, get your own hoodie in the link in the description below so that you and I can be matching. We're so cute. In this video, I'm covering what it means to have your Lilith in the sign of Aquarius. But before I dive into this specific aspect of Lilith in Aquarius, let's talk about what Lilith is. Because when I got into learning more about the Black Moon Lilith, I was extremely confused about whether is it Lilith, is it Black Moon Lilith, are they the same thing, are they different, am I looking at the right video? To jump to the conclusion, yes, you are. Keep watching. Second of all, there are two aspects in astrology. One, which is very popular, called the Black Moon Lilith. And in your birth chart, you will see a symbol of a black moon with what looks like a cross underneath it. And this is the symbol for the Black Moon Lilith. As it is a highly popular part in our chart, the Black Moon Lilith represents the part of us we feel most ashamed of and our greatest powers. Lilith, just singularly the name Lilith, is another aspect in a chart that is not nearly as popular, but still standalone its own. But because Black Moon Lilith has become so popular, it is now simply referred to as Lilith, which is why we have so much confusion. So if you just looked at your chart and you see that black moon with the cross underneath it symbol, or you're reading your chart description maybe, and it's saying something about your Lilith being in the sign of Aquarius, watch on because you're watching the right video. Aquarius is the 11th sign of the zodiac, and it is all about innovation and community. Aquarius is commonly referred to this day and age because we have recently entered the age of Aquarius, and you can think of the song and be cute like that, or you can simply think of how Aquarius has all to do with lifting the world up. Aquarius's job is to help uplift the community, the cosmos, and the collective. So Aquarius is a humanitarian who is focused on other people. However, not in the way that necessarily Virgo or Libra is. Aquarius is much more individualistic about it, which is why I love to refer to Aquarius energy in general as the intellectual individualist, because Aquarius can't help the collective if they don't understand that each person is a unique individual. After all, as I see it, Aquarius is represented by the water bearer. And Aquarius, regardless of the name with the word aqua in it, is an air sign. So Aquarius is very intellectual. They're driven by the need for mental stimulus. They want to expand their knowledge. But they are also signified as the water bearer. And this is because Aquarius understands that most human beings, other than themselves, of course, are very emotional. They are driven by the need to feel heard, to feel seen, to feel understood, to feel good. And so Aquarius's job is to hold all that emotion of the world, hold the emotions of every individual, and use it to channel it to help nurture and water the plants of life, to nurture the world and use their gifts to grow a better world. So Aquarius sees first that everyone else is a unique individual and that they themselves is a unique individual. They are highly driven by their need to preserve their independence and individuality. Aquarius is the kind of person who wants to be able to go against the grain, defy the norm, swim against the flow. It is very important to them that they maintain their individuality and do whatever it is their heart is called to do, which tends to be something very eccentric and different from the rest. Aquarius is known for their quirky nature and how they just seem to stand out from everyone else. They can be a bit of a black sheep, so to say. But in the end, with all this individualistic energy, doing their own thing, seeming rebellious, defying the norm, Aquarius in the end does want a community, and they want everyone else in their community to show up as the individuals they are. They want to show up, help people be inspired to just be themselves and be as unlimited and as free and as healthy as possible. So what does it mean to have our Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Aquarius? The Black Moon Lilith, when in the sign of Aquarius, means that probably in early childhood, you were someone who was just a little different from everyone else. Maybe it was just because of the way you dressed. Maybe it was because you questioned maybe your teachers or your peers or your parents. You just liked to do your own thing. You were very individualistic. You didn't care what other people thought of you. And at the same time, it was very important to you that you were part of the community. You're probably someone who really valued having friend groups or feeling included. You probably really liked at some points in early school settings or in certain settings where you got to just be around peers and talk to peers. But somewhere along the way, a peer, society, parents, or teachers made you believe that to be different and to value community is not okay. So now you're someone who feels very uncomfortable with trying to insert themselves in a social setting because, you're not supposed to want social groups, and you feel like you're not allowed to be different in any ways, to own who you are, because you're supposed to just be like everyone else. Lilith demands that its energy be expressed. And so when we have not healed the shame around our Lilith, we tend to express Lilith energy in negative ways. I call it backroads means because instead of taking the desire straight on and accepting what they want, they try to secretly navigate their way through life, trying to fulfill it without consciously recognizing it. So this is very subconscious most of the time. So Lilith in Aquarius, more than anything, desires to be part of a group, to have friends, to be part of a community, to be seen and heard for who they are. But when they have not healed their shame around their Lilith, they go about trying to be a part of a community through backroads means, and this leads them to repressing their sense of self and just trying to fit in with any group possible. So they can find themselves trying to people please in order to attain the validation or approval of groups. They can find themselves drawn towards groups that they think they want to be a part of, but they truly subconsciously know are going to always reject them, so that they can always affirm in their heads, see, this is why I'm unworthy of being part of a group. It's really important to focus on with Aquarius energy that it's not just about community. Yes, it is a key aspect. All Aquarius energy, specifically Lilith and Aquarius, does want to be part of a social group. They want to have a community. They want to feel like they are part of the collective. But Aquarius is also about individuality and innovation. And so there's this realm of self-identity and of mental stimulus that comes along with the Lilith and Aquarius that they need to focus on. So Lilith and Aquarius could theoretically, without these two aspects that I just mentioned, they could theoretically insert themselves in any community and just feel so accepted and happy and have overcome their shame. However, given the fact that there's these other two aspects of Aquarius energy, Lilith and Aquarius not only wants to be part of a group, but they want to be part of a group that gets them. And like all human beings, we all want this. We want to find our tribe. But to Lilith and Aquarius, it's extremely important that they find a community where they feel like that the community is helping them be their best selves, or at least where the community seems to be on their level in focusing on attaining more. Aquarius is the innovator, and people with a Lilith and Aquarius at some point in their childhood became very innovative. They were questioners who wanted to be different, or at least just accepted the fact that they were different and questioned the world's ways. They saw that things were just off in society. And so they wanted a community or a group of friends who got that same impression and believed in that too, and wanted to make the world a better place. But Lilith and Aquarius grew up thinking that that was not okay to want that. If they want to be accepted by society and by their peers, they are going to have to just swallow their pride, swallow their ideals, and just try to fit in and be like everyone else. So also, Lilith and Aquarius is very driven by the need for mental stimulus. This is because Aquarius is an air sign. And so Lilith and Aquarius can be a highly mentally active person in childhood, someone who, again, is either questioning the world's ways or simply just wants to question themselves and be the most individualistic version of themselves. Forming a strong sense of identity is very important to Aquarius placements. They want to feel like they are truly owning who they are and being unique no matter what. They want to be unrestricted. But growing up, Lilith and Aquarius learns that to be a unique individual is not valued, and to seek mental stimulus is not going to happen. So they just need to settle for a mindless group who is not going to get them, and they have to conform and fit in to be accepted. So you're probably watching this and thinking, okay, yes, this sounds like me. Thank you for bringing out all the things I'm ashamed of. Now I'm feeling super guilty and sad that I have not overcome this. What do I do? First and foremost, I recommend this for all Lilith placements. For Lilith and Aquarius specifically though, go back to your childhood memories, meditate on it, reflect on it, and think about the times where you felt that you were unaccepted by society. Is there a time where you felt a strong sense of rejection from your peers? Why was that? How did it make you feel? What did you want the most in that moment? And as you're thinking about that, go imagine yourself as an adult going back in time to your childhood self and talking to your childhood self and telling them that they are accepted. This group might not be the group for them, but there are people out there for you. You are perfect as you are, and you deserve to be the person you are, as innovative and individualistic and intellectual as possible. Secondly, Lilith and Aquarius, once they've healed this childhood shame around wanting to fit in with the group for who they are, start practicing embracing who you are first and foremost. Lilith and Aquarius is truly mainly about reinserting yourself into a group and finding your community. But before you can do that, you have to learn to embrace your individuality again. It is very likely that there's a lot of sides of you that are questioning, innovative, contrarian even, that you feel like you don't get to embrace or express. So reconnect to those sides of yourself, reconnect to those Aquarius qualities. What is it that who do you want to be the most? What is the most unlimited and unrestricted version of yourself? And what are your values? You know, Aquarius is very driven by high ideals and high values, and they want to find a community that aligns with those. So then, once you've found that sense of individuality, Lilith and Aquarius, and once you have found what your values are and ideals are, find a community or a group of people who are in alignment with those values. Maybe you join a community group that's in alignment with one of your values. Maybe you move to a new town even, so that you can be around people who have the same ideals as you. And again, Aquarius is always associated with humanitarian means. Wow, I really struggled on that sentence. Aquarius is often associated with humanitarian things like saving the planet and cleaning the beaches. And these could be places that you insert yourself if you are a Lilith and Aquarius, if these are the values that you hold. But that doesn't mean, just because Aquarius is often associated with the planet and helping the world and going green, doesn't mean that you have to insert yourself in those kinds of communities. As an example, you could highly value adventure and you could insert yourself in a community of adventurous people, and that would be in alignment with your values. If you value discipline, you might surround yourself with more hardworking people or entrepreneurs who value discipline. The list can go on, but really just align with what is a value I strongly hold? What is an ideal or a belief I strongly hold? And how can I find a community that aligns with that? You're going to notice that as you try to insert yourself in communities and in these groups, you're going to immediately feel a sense of shame triggered, that you shouldn't want this or that you're a phony. For the phony aspect, really remind yourself that you are just a human being here to experience life to the fullest, and that you are just expressing an ideal momentarily. This is not for the sake of your identity. And for when it comes to feeling like you're not going to be accepted or you shouldn't want that, remember that there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a part of community. You might have to literally repeat that as a mantra for yourself. It is not wrong for me to want community. It is not wrong for me to want to fit in. It is not wrong for you to want to fit in. Just make sure that you are not trying to change your shape in order to fit into a puzzle that you're not meant to be in. If this video helped you understand what it means to have your Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Aquarius, please let me know in the comments below, and let me know what house your Lilith in Aquarius is in, because Lilith in Aquarius does have to do with fitting in with groups, and that's a very 11th house theme. However, based on the house your Lilith is in will show where this shame shows up the most for you. If you have a Lilith in Aquarius, for example, in your 4th house, you want to feel like you fit in with your family a lot, and you need to bring back that innovative side of you to your family life. The list could go on. I'm not going to go through them all, so just let me know in the comments below what house your Lilith in Aquarius is in, and I will let you know how this is going to show up for you. If you want to dive deep, we can book a 30-minute reading. While you're down there leaving that comment, be sure to grab the free birth chart workbook if you have not yet already. The birth chart workbook takes less than 15 minutes to do, and it helps you understand all of the basics of your chart using journal prompts. I was the person who, when I got into astrology, I read my birth chart in one sitting and then started diving into every single crazy and random planet, point, aspect, asteroid, everything. And I did nothing with the information, and this led me to not really using astrology to my benefit. The birth chart workbook is the journal prompts that I used to finally start applying the information of my chart, and it's helped me live in alignment with my soul's unique energetic imprint. So grab the free birth chart workbook in the link in the description below. If you're the kind of person who loves workbooks and courses, if you are interested in astrology, mindfulness, or self-development, chances are you're at least interested in one of those, probably interested in all three if you're watching this video, then you need to grab the Making Mindfulness Fun bundle in the link in the description below. And I'm super excited to be offering this because over the years here at Making Mindfulness Fun, we have, and Be the Hero, we kind of co-own these businesses, so it can kind of be confusing between the two names. But over here at Be the Hero and Making Mindfulness Fun, we have created so many courses and workbooks over the years on astrology, Enneagram, Myers-Briggs, chakra healing, and so much more. But we found that a lot of people were getting confused on where to start. So the Making Mindfulness Fun bundle has all 30 of our workbooks and courses available now for only $30. That's $1 per course per workbook. It's an amazing deal. It's a no-brainer, truly. So grab it now in the link in the description below, and you can learn more about it in that link in the description below. And I just released a brand new workbook to this bundle that talks about each of the astrology zodiac sign archetypes and the houses, so that you can understand each one fully and simply, so that you can master astrology as well. And it's exclusive to this bundle, so you get exclusive access to this workbook and any new workbooks that I create in this bundle, so grab it now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sincerely hope that you enjoyed it and it gave you insights into the Lilith and Aquarius. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more videos breaking down Lilith through the signs, and let me know what aspect in astrology you want to hear about next in those comments below. Once again, my name is Isabelle, and from my heart to yours, I bow to you. Namaste.